Hello and welcome to RC Mojo. Today we'll be looking at, drumroll please, and no looking at the title, the Ansmann DNA buggy. First of all, it's a basher, not a racer. Comes with everything you need except batteries and a charger. Realistic roll cage, aluminium reinforcement chassis plates, 4 SPYDER bevel gear differentials, full bull raced, oil-filled shock absorbers, desert style high grip tyres, racing pack is fitted from the underside of the car, adjustable camber and toe-in adjustable via threaded track rods, 18 turn 540 motor, LiPo capable amp ESC, 2-piece body, scale retrofit headlights, adjustable rear spoiler, adjustable slipper clutch. Right, less than perfect English aside, let's have a closer look at the buggy. The roll cage is surprisingly integral to the buggy. It ties the gearbox to the shock tower, which itself is part of the cage. The shocks mount to an aluminium plate, even the roof is aluminium. The front, including the servo box and suspension, are tied to the battery box and rear cage with aluminium side panels. The finish on the stamped edges isn't great, but they should be the last thing you'll ever manage to break. The kick plate at the front is also aluminium, so nose heavy landing should be shrugged off with ease. Since the buggy is rear wheel drive, it only has a single diff at the rear, the term normally used as a crosspin diff. The gears are all plastic, both in the diff and the gearbox, but they look solid enough. The tyranny of brass bushings is over. More and more we're seeing ball bearings as standard, and the DNA has them all over. They were covered in oil from the box, we cleaned them up and they've been perfect ever since, so I think it was just messy manufacturing. They're a bit on the hard side, a trade-off between grip and longevity, and given the DNA is no racer, hard tyres are quite acceptable. With these cage top buggies it can be a bit of a pain to change the battery. Some hinge the entire cage up. The DNA has a hatch on the bottom, which works a treat. That's right, turnbuckles all round. No fixed length plastic linkages to be found. Despite being an 18 turn motor, it has very little torque, so no donuts for me. A tidy little ESC, it appears to be water resistant judging by the silicon seals. It also comes fitted with a Dean's connector. Nicely finished polycarbonate body. Must say though, with a few tweaks I think the buggy will look better without it. I think they were running short of things for their feature list here. There's a nice hole in the back that would fit a 5mm LED. At the speed this buggy goes with the stock motor, it won't make any difference at all. With a brushless setup though, it could be handy. Quite a nice one too. The pads are large, the plate simple but effective, and best of all the hole in the spur gear is a snug fit, so it centres perfectly. It uses traditional dog bones, which are perfectly good in terms of strength, but they are a pain to find when they drop out due to hub breakages. The front wheels are held on with screws, which is a bit odd. I think I would rather have the security of a nylock nut. The power switch is mounted to a bracket on the gearbox, which is neat. The included W5 radio is quite basic, needs 8 cells, but does everything needed of it. Yes, it's good value. The quality of the parts is only let down by the poor finish on the aluminium side panels. The electronics, while not giving adrenaline pumping speed, all work perfectly. It looks brilliant, almost like a miniature Baja. Most of all, it's good fun.
Yeah, you got airborne off my foot.
Yeah, that went well. Took the top off one of the shocks. You can see on the other one it's quite well scuffed, so it must have been weakened. It's not the best design. There are shocks around with much chunkier ball ends, which would suit a buggy like this quite nicely. Once it's up and running again, we'll have more video. Until then, check out the website. And if you want to be kept up to date with new content, hit the subscribe button.